Oh my God. So what's going on? You know, I know the Lord is going to send me a phone. This phone is kaput, and obviously it's too dark. I wish it wasn't, but it's too dark. You know. Anyway, wash my hands. It's funny because I was like, before I go on camera, I want to be able to wash my hands and because I do other things. You know, and the thing that gets me is I need another camera. This camera is so dark. I know I ain't going crazy. I'm like, why is the camera so dark? And anyway, how y'all doing? Oh, here it is. So forgive me from my mother has lived files. And the thing is, I'm going through something, obviously, because, Raven ain't right to say. In other words, Raven falls down more than most. I was like, the thing is, I know I'm all over the place. I don't really stay in one spot because I'm crazy. I'm not trying to be crazy, but I'm learning. You ever learn yourself and like, well, why did I do that? What makes you do that? You find yourself like you're doing things that's crazy. Okay, prime example. I will see something on the floor and I'll look at it. Now I'm supposed to be picking it up. And I walk past it like I don't see it. So it's like, Raven, you have to pick it up. Because you don't live with nobody, so you have to pick it up. From mother has lived house. And Raven falls down more than most. So if you're a person that just sound like you have bad breaks, trust me, Raven falls down a lot. In other words, Raven messes up. Not perfect. I don't live in Perfectville. But the thing that gets me is, so now of course the phone is ringing. How do I hit decline? So I'm like, this is the thing. So I said, now I may have gotten people offended. I was like, I'm only getting 2 days a week. And I was like, can you give me more hours? Because I live alone, I have full-time bills, and one day a week is not going to make it. It's not funny. Okay. Hey, boo. My logical being. Hey, boo, how you doing? Stop shopping by store support. Please be mindful in words you speak over into life. Abandonment. That's true. You're right. Because I've learned that, we curse ourselves with things we're saying. I mean, the real thing about it is you're not thinking about cursing yourself. You're just sharing your information as far as going through something. And Raven falls down more than most. But I pray a lot. I pray a whole lot. I mean, I'm like, oh Lord, you got to give me this. And okay, let me stay focused. So the thing is with me, when I have a problem, I start praying. I don't wait around like, I just start praying. When I was younger, coming up, I was like, Lord, I just start praying. I'll be out in the store. I got my little Bible, and I'm praying. So, okay, let me stay focused because if I don't stay focused, I'm gonna flip up. And I also talk about how my stroke messed me up. My stroke really messed me up, my speech and stuff. But anyway, so I was like at the job I was at. I said, listen, I'm only have 2 days a week. I need, I would take 7 days, but obviously you ain't gonna give me that. 5 days, you ain't gonna give me that. I was like, so they had a meeting. They had a meeting. We come into the room. We need to have a conversation. I said, okay. I said either this could go really good or really bad. So I was like, so going to the meeting, my boss, his boss, and I'm like, listen, baby, you about to die soon. So say what you gotta say. Because when you go on, you go. So the thing is, I was like, I don't have enough hours. How am I supposed to survive? You know, I'm a dedicated worker. I said I'm a driver and stuff. So this man says to me, we give you a car within a company to drive. That is a privilege. I said, a privilege? Yes, because you don't have a car, you don't have a truck. So that's a privilege. No, when I applied for this job, it came with the job, the truck. That is a privilege. That means we don't have to do that for you. Oh, oh, oh. I was like, okay, obviously this conversation is going to the left. So at this point, if you didn't like me, we get quiet. Like, oh, okay. Because at this point, we have to monitor our words because everything we want to say is going to seem really dark. So I'm like, okay. I said, well, you do know I'm carrying heavy stuff. I'm carrying tires and batteries. Batteries are very heavy. And remind you, batteries are heavy. If you know anything about batteries, you know. So not only am I taking one battery, I'm taking six. I'm taking 8 batteries. I'm taking rotaries. So these things are heavy. So it's not like, it's like, like a bag of chopped chicken wings. These are heavy. So we push it out on the car. Then I lift it up. I have to put it. Then I go to this other company and I have to take the batteries and bring it to the company. Once again, so I get the batteries and stuff. Now remind you, there's all men inside of there. So they'll say, well, let me just help this chick out, with these batteries 'cause they're heavy. But you don't say that because you like, if I say something that means I can't do the job, I'm incompetent. So I can't really share that these heavy things are heavy. And the thing is, I get to the company, I take the batteries, I carry these batteries out the truck, and remind you, I'm like this. If you're anything like me, independent, so even though you may feel like it's heavy, you ain't gonna say nothing. I got this. Reality like so, and I'm like, okay. So I drive it to the other location, unload the batteries, and then carry it to inside the office, and I take it in. And the thing is, I'm like, you don't want to sit there and really realize what's going on because it's really crazy. But so, and I'm like, so if I don't bring these batteries, I just want you to work with me. So if I'm bringing these batteries to these locations, which you already been paid for on account with the companies, I'm taking these batteries there. So if I'm carrying these batteries, that means I'm helping contribute to the financialness of the brand, the company. To tell me I don't do nothing. So everybody needs their product, or also I'll say their rotaries, the batteries. That means I am contributing to the company. Because if it wasn't for me, y'all wouldn't be making money. Because I'm saying the client, the company, forgive me if you use the words, I say the client, but for the account to grow, I'm making money. But I was told I don't do shit. Like, bitch, you could just die for us weekend. You don't do nothing. I said, okay. So I don't do anything, obviously. I said, you can't say what you want to say because, your mouth could be foul. Because sometimes you speak from your feelings and not from reality of your brain. So my thing was, could y'all give me like more than 2 days a week. I was like, because I'm one person, I'm struggling. It's so funny because I had to go on YouTube and beg people for money. I'm begging people for money, asking them to help me get home. How am I at a company, have to go on YouTube and beg for money so I get on the bus and go home? And thank you all that give me money to help me get home. But how does that happen? You had a job, you have no money to go home, and you're like, of course I didn't say that, I'm just saying what's wrong. So I'm like, okay. So I asked the company, I was like, listen, give me more days. I'm willing to work. It's not like I'm out of work. I just need more days a week. So I had only 2 days a week. Now, remind you, I don't know many people who have a job that only work 2 days a week. They must have their hourly pay must be crazy. It ain't mine. My hourly pay is $15. So if my hourly pay is $15, usually when you do driving jobs and stuff, you get paid way more than that. If 15 is the most, but it's like $15, not 15. It is 15. So $15 an hour. that's not that's not helping, trust me. But I'm like, so I'm like, listen, some companies is $25 an hour, $13 an hour, 20. It depends. Everybody's different. But at that moment, if I remember back in December, I was praying. Something means better than nothing. So I was grateful for the man who hired me. And I was like, because when I put up my resume and stuff and on Indeed, he says, well, can you come in today? Now, remind you, it was freezing. I was like, listen. So I came in for the interview and stuff. I'm walking, got lost, and but I was so grateful for this man because if you don't have no money, life be lifing. So reality is that was like, so I came in, I know I'm all over the place, and he hired me on the spot. I never in my life got hired on the spot, but he hired me on the spot. And I was like, okay, thank you, Lord. Now remind you that was the 0 degree weather. That's when it was cold. That's when you go outside and you blow your nose, because I'm known for blowing my nose. So when I blow my nose, the tissue is frozen. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, okay. So I get there and stuff and did that. I know I'm all over the place working me. So I was like, 2 days a week is not working for me. I need more money because I have bills, I have rent coming up, public service, gas bill. I'm not gonna make it. It's not enough money. So I guess they huddled and they said, well, maybe the following week will help you. I said, listen, I do anything I want to do because I don't complain. I carry these heavy equipment, and I don't complain. I mean, reality is heavy as hell, but I don't want to complain because it makes it seem like I can't do the job. So I was like, and the funny thing about it is, they feel as though I should be selling stuff and taking department stuff all over different parts of Jersey. So I'm supposed to be working I'm supposed to be working at the computer, selling stuff. How can I sell stuff when I'm in a car dropping off these different things? They said, well, it's pretty simple. Okay, you have people working here that's on the computer that's getting more merchandise from the computer. It has to be account with different organizations or account with different people. I have to take whatever you send from me to these people for the money, sales. So how am I supposed to be selling stuff when I'm on the road? Well, we do it. Okay. Okay. So how are you supposed to learn this stuff and on the road? And remind you, it's stretched out the location. So I'm going to different locations. I'm dropping all this heavy stuff off. And so I know I'm all over the place. And I was like, well, could you give me more hours? So they was like, we heard you. Maybe you should ask your boss for more hours. Okay. Well, obviously, I'm just a nuisance because obviously I should be grateful for taking this heavy stuff different locations. And I am grateful. But I need more hours trying to pay my bills. I'm I don't even have enough money for food. This is crazy. I'm like, I don't have enough money for food. And I'm asking you to help me. I'm like, I'm hurting here. I guess they said, well, bitch hurt. Bitch suffer. I was like, okay. If you get anything like me, you get frustrated because you know when somebody don't want to help you. It's like, okay. So you lay in the bed, you cry a little bit or a lot, whatever works that way. And the thing is like, so you lay in the bed like, Lord help me. You be like, Jesus, Jesus, you be going through, you be like, you terrified for the Holy Ghost because you're going through it. Because at the end of the day, whatever you're going through, only one going to save you is going to be you. So they decided, by me asking for more hours, remind you, part-time job, they decided to give me the whole week off. So you gave me the whole week off. That's in reverse. That means I need money. Why would you? Oh my God. So as a person, as a stroke survivor, you can't say things because it's gonna trigger you. So you're like, okay. With me, when I get upset with somebody, I get upset. I don't say nothing. I get real quiet. And I'm like, okay. So obviously you're gonna help me. So now I'm off the whole week. That's why I've been creating videos because I'm off. I should be at work, but obviously I'm not. So I said, well, and remind you, everybody's like 21, 22. They all young. I'm one step away from going to the graveyard and buying the shovels to get in. So I'm like, okay. So I started my prayer, like, Lord Jesus. I'd be like, going for so. So now I'm going through it. Now, mind you, I'm going like, oh, I'm going to read my Bible. I'm like, oh, look, I'm like reading my Bible. I'm like, the Lord answers you in a day of trouble. The name of God protects you. May He send you help from the sanctuary and give you support from Zion. May you remember all your offerings in regards to the favors and burnt sacrifices. May He grant you the heart's desire and fulfill all your plans. May may let me come up. Listen. May He grant you your heart's desire and fulfill all your plans. May He shout for joy over the victory and the name of God of our banner. May the Lord fulfill all your petitions. Now I know that the Lord will help me. He will answer. You will answer Him from the holy heaven with almighty sanctuaries, victories, some posts of chariots and horses, but the boast of many of Lord. So I'm reading my Bible, and I'm like, they will collapse and fall, but we shall rise and stand up. I'm going through it. Now remind you, my Bible is ripped up. I mean, I'm going through it. I'm cheering for the Holy Ghost. I'm like, I'm going through it. And I'm like, because with me, when I don't feel as though nobody can help me, you know. Anyway. So now I'm like, I was like, well, I know I'm crazy. I'm like, well, God, what is the answer? Like, what? It's got to be a message. It has to be a message because this can't be. I'm not a bad person, so I'm confused. There is a message in the madness. I'm like, Lord, like you ever get like you get so exhausted because can't nobody really help you, but you have to figure it out. And the fact you have to figure it out, it's like you become so mentally exhausted. You just go, okay, like, are you listening to me? Like, and the thing is that I'm like, and I'm gonna tell you something. The reason why I did that because I'm gonna tell you something. So sometimes you think that God is not listening. He's listening. So you feel like he's not listening to you. He was listening to me. Now you may say, "What are you talking about, baby?" Oh, because a lot of people are going through it. I'm not the only one going through it. A lot of people going through it. So everybody has a survival mechanism as far as you know making it. Ooh, I think it's gonna fall too. So I'm going through it and stuff. My friends must be sick of me for begging. I'm like, well, can you send me $20? Now, mind you, I'm asking people to help me, and I'm supposed to be working. It's not like I don't want to work, but my people can only do but so much. You gotta figure it out. So this other girl caught me up. She was going through it as well, and when the girls go through it, you kind of shuttle and try to figure it out with me. So this other girl, not trying to tell her business, this is what I'm using. This is serum. You know, so she's going through it. A lot of girls are going through it. So so I don't want to say your name, but you know what I'm talking about. Um, I'm you in my prayers. You just moved into a shelter, and you had to depart from your dog because your dog couldn't go into the shelter with you. So I'm praying for you because that has to be horrible as far as separation, especially if you have a human pet, because that's like your person and stuff like that. So to depart from that, it's horrible, but you're in my prayers, and because you're going through a lot. And I was like, just hold on, because it's going to get better. So she's going through it. And the thing with me is, I feel bad. I think my problem is I care too much. That's all. But she's going through it. But you in my prayers, just hold on. Just hold on. So now I should be working, but obviously I'm not. So I try to work from home. Because if you anything like me, you're a survivor, you're gonna figure it out. Something gotta work. You say, well, bitch, you too old to be a goddamn prostitute. You're too fucking old and you're too tall. It's not funny. So I'm like, well, I'm too old to be a prostitute and I'm too tall. That's not true because they done came around me, but and it's weird because I don't know what type of energy is going on, but I was like, okay, so it's called survival. I think they call it sex survival. That's not what I'm doing, but I'm saying I think they call it survival sex. No, so I'm like, and it's funny because don't let me see stuff because when I see it, I'm like, So I've met people, mothers live, and met a lot of men. Unfortunately, they're young. But ever since I heard that boy, not boy, forgive me. Ever since I heard that man, I lost my friend because I was like, no, I can't be with you too young. I can't do this. He was like, well, what the hell? He was hurt. And I was like, okay. I was like, from now on, when the young guys chase me, I'm gonna take the bait. I'm gonna talk to them. I'm not doing that no more. I'm not hurting somebody that want to be with me. It's not like I'm a prize. But I was like, no, I just have to be with them. And remind you, I'm like, I don't want a person to hurt over me because there's nothing to hurt for. But I'm trying to protect you because I feel like you have a life. I don't think you be trying to hit up me because you have a life. So I think it's unfair for you to try to pick me. Get somebody young, get somebody around your age. But I said I would have been in a relationship because I pushed him away. Because I was like, you too young. I played this song long enough to the point I decided I'm not doing that more. So when I meet somebody young, I was like, I'm okay, come on. I said, look, come on, come on, come on, let me stop. But I was like, now if this is just me, it's not everybody else, but if you have a problem with young people, it's something really hard that you have to try to get over it. It's hard. Because you're looking at somebody that could be your kid. And he don't care. He gets this, he feels rejected. Remember, like pop the balloon? You're like, oh, okay. Okay. So I was like, you know what? So when I did meet him, I was, oh my God, he's got a baby face. Although I'm gonna go to, So when I did like, you have a baby face. And he's probably like, what the hell is wrong with, like, I'm like, but you got, so I'm being tested now. We know he's black. We know black people come with the youngest face when you could be 25 years old, but look like you're 13. So I'm like, he's been hitting me up for the longest. I was like, he says, Raven, I got your back. I want to help you get a job. I was like, and you like, oh, bless your heart. You're like, oh my God. And so I know it's me, but I'm like, oh my God, this is because you have to say it soundly. She's just a baby. He said, no, goddamn, baby, I'm grown as well. Okay. He said, that's what you think. I'm just a baby. Okay. So you know what they're gonna say next. This dickhead, but you're like, okay. So I decided to meet him. But see, this thing, he's young, but he wants sex. And you're like, oh God. I feel like it's different levels to it. You have to be mentally prepared. Now remind you, I'm like 100 years old. You got somebody that's only 21 years old. So how does that work? And a lot of young guys are very much ready, like they're already there before you even. For you even think about them, they're ready to fuck. And remind you, it's a totally different type of situation sexually. So if you get in bed with a tiger, you're gonna end up being a cub. And it's funny, but it's not funny. But the thing is, it's like you have to keep in mind. You may be like, yo, you done, you finished, you good. But reality is they're not finished. You're like, oh my God. So if you ever mess with somebody older, younger, you have to be prepared. They are real people and they have a sexual appetite. Hey, Louis, what's up, baby? Hey, India. Don't stress. You're right. Okay, Louis. And that's the thing. But it's just my opinion. when I get a younger guy, he wants to, he wants, okay, he wants to, he wants to pop the balloon. If you know, you know. And I'm like, oh, God. Well, I think you sexy. I said, okay. I said, well, can my body take this? Because listen, if it hurt, I'm hollering. Like, you're like, oh, you're like, I can't. God damn it. Hold on. Let me see. Hey, Evelina, what's up, mama? I got it from the dollar store. They're only $1. And so I'm like, I don't know what's up with these younger guys, but their stamina is on 10. That means when they get a hold of you, they want to go long hours. Hey, Esha, what's the mama? Yes, they want to go long hours, and people find me sexually stimulated. And I'm like, so before you pull your pants down, be ready, because he's come to work. That means he's gonna work in your body and all kind of stuff. You're like, oh my God, this is new, but I don't like it. But I can't stand it. But I did notice something about me. I complain. I complain a lot. Be like, oh my God, bitch, you need to learn how to take the D. I was like, listen, I just rather be alone because I'm not going this it hurts. I think you be trying to stick to my elderly bones. I'm like, oh my God, this shit hurt. So I'm like, so I mean, some girls can take it. Some girls love it. I don't like it. You know, and the thing with me is they'll say, well, I got a lot of stamina. No, I want you to finish. Once you put it, I want you to finish. I want it done. So they didn't finish and like, oh my God, this is horrible. At some point you like, this is horrible. This is horrible. You think this is horrible. Why they trying to make love you like you think you supposed to be having a good time, but in the back of your head, it's like this is horrible. This is a mess. He's like, do you feel good? No, you need to get out of here. You need to go home. You gotta go. Let me finish. No, you gotta go. And the thing is, I was like, I need to stick to mine. I don't know. And the thing is, I think a lot of times guys know I don't like to be pounded on that long. I like those 2 minute preemies that they just go in there, oh, like, I'm finished. I'm like, I'm good. But no, I get the ones that want to live inside my body. They just want to kill me. And I'm like, okay, this is ridiculous. So, and it's funny because the list just keep growing. I get more. Everybody's young to the point where you have to start carding them. I was like, this is horrible. Do you enjoy it? No, it's horrible. It's so funny because it makes you feel like you don't want to be with nobody because this is not good. This is not good. When you get to the point and you have making love and you start thinking, that's when it's not good for me. Now some girls are like, oh girl, you just can't take it. Your old ass needs to leave. I can't do it. So I was with the celebrity and I was like, should I say celebrity or should I say a side piece? And then him and I got into it and I was like, no. When I tell you, I was like, I'm good. This is my body. I know it's not much, but I don't want, I don't want you trying to give me a lesson and stuff like that, but shit hurt. Let me see, Evelina. You have two, Evelina. Let's live. Hi, Sheaton Kill Shelton. I don't know. So, so now I'm looking on his videos he sent me of him at the concert or at the arena, and all I got thinking is, you ain't coming back. Like, you good. You never come back over here. No. The thing is, I think everybody in the whole world that likes me is young. There is an age requirement. It's called old people. I, and it's that's not even true, because the thing is, young people are good to look at, fine as hell, but they're young. They just got in the world, and you old. You about to leave. You a graveyard ready and a shovel in your hand. That's not my story. Like, you killing me. It's like, are you enjoying it? No, this is horrible. How am I going to enjoy it? This is horrible. And I'm like, and they be like, well, just let me, And the thing is, like, once you recoup and then you get your strength, like, you ready to go again. No, you got to go home. So I'm like, you know what? I can't do this no more. I cannot do this. So I was trying to tell this guy, he's like, Pops. I call him Pops because he's old. And you hope him by him being so old, he's impotent. That means it just, you know, he lit. So when you get the young ones, they just got here, their strip is on 10, and they just want to pound you out and push you through the damn floor. And I'm like, how do you just get in this world that was once born 21 years ago, and you have all this knowledge about sex? Like, how do you know this? And I guess I'm an old person, well, an old breed, but these young guys, they be knowing everything about it, and I don't be knowing where to get this information from. Not that I do research, but, and I'm like, oh God. So, and it's like they in line just waiting. They in line waiting. Like, oh God. Like they learn all this stuff about sexual stuff before they even get to you. So they're already ready. So you will not be teaching them. You will be hit up and torn down and ripped apart, pulled to the floor. You're like, oh my God, this is horrible. And it reminds you, you pray for, let me see, you pray for him. But guess which one you get? You don't get him. So if I decide we're going to do it, I want him. But no, I get him. Oh, it's not that bad. Just let me put this. Raven, just relax. Because if anything goes in my body, everything will be going up my body. Oh, you can say, just gotta relax. What's wrong with you? Now, it's funny because I'm not really exaggerating, but he's like, well, could you just put it in your mouth? I said, you gotta go. So, if I ever do oral, you have to get a condom. I'm not putting that shit in my mouth. Because if you don't use a condom, that means everything in your body is in your thing. And I'm not trying to catch nothing. But men love a good fellatio, a trigger. And you're like, mm-mm. So, excuse me. So I'm like, okay, this is horrible. It's horrible. It makes you regret ever saying, I'm not gonna push nobody else away. But I'm gonna tell you something. I have to push me away. Like I can't. I'm not up for the challenge because they're gonna challenge you. And trust me, you. It's not like you can take it. I mean, I'm not gonna say like. I'll just say me because some girls could take the whole thing and she's like, "Is this the other extension now?" But so with me, I'm like, I complain a lot because I can't take it. And I will tell you in a minute, take it out. So no. So at that point, you're frustrated. So for some reason, the overwhelming amount of people that want to be with me is young. And it's funny because I can't do it. I can't answer your request. But my mother has live files. So this other guy, he's in college. He's 6'3". He's dark skinned. And all I smell is a baby. I know I'm not supposed to say that word, but I see a baby. He's tall, but he's still a baby. And I'm like, so I gave my phone number and he's been, sometimes you give the phone number out, but no, they want to go on WhatsApp to watch you on the camera. I was like, oh my God. You're supposed to be texting me. You're not supposed to try to go on WhatsApp. I said, someone just said, my phone is ringing. Is this saying video chat? Is that you? He wants to make sure it's you. And you're like, okay. So I'm like, hey, what's up? So when somebody call you on video, that you was thinking you give me a phone number. So you thinking they're gonna call you regular, but no. Let me see, I'm being paged. Give me a second. Evelina, you have a lucky star for Tom. It's this Evelina. It is something going on. I don't mind them being tall. Only thing I mind is that they're young. For me. And I realize I'm trying to change. I'm not trying to keep my old ways because I'm like, no, you're too young. I pushed me away all my life because I'm like, you're too young. And somewhere along the line, I started caring about the people I was hurting because it's funny because when you think about it, I'm trying to save you from me as if I'm a bad person, as if there's some type of rules that I decide to go by, age restriction. I've been told, well, Raven, they're over 18. I was like, that don't matter to me. Like and the thing is, I've been told this a lot of times. I've been told this by a lot of females and stuff. It's like they're over 18, Raven. They're not babies. I was like, oh my God. I'm from old school. I just don't. It's different for me. When you're young, if you're young enough that I could wipe your damn diapers, I don't want to be in the bed with you. And then you have to look at that young, their face be young. You all wrinkled the fuck up. They're like, and they wrinkle free, little baby faces. You give them something that, oh my God. And I compare them to a baby, and they'll tell me, I'm not no goddamn baby, I'm a grown ass man. Okay. So I guess when they decide they want to have sex with me, they want to teach me a lesson that they're a grown ass man. They're not a baby. I'm gonna tell you something. The most awkwardest thing in the world. I'm not trying to be mean. Trust me. One of the most. It's just me. It's everybody's not like me. Obviously, because y'all fucking them. But it's not this. I'm different. So not. I hope. I hope you don't see this video. But I'm gonna tell you something really awkward with me. When a young person tries to kiss you, like, oh my God, he's trying to kiss me. You're like, oh my God. I was like, so they try to kiss you. And then they try to put their tongue in your mouth. Like, oh my God. Oh, I want to go to hell. This is crazy. They be like, what's wrong with you? Man, what the hell is wrong? They be like, want to shake me. What's wrong with you? I'm a grown ass man. And then you start laughing. They say, they're like, open your mouth. I'm like, oh my God. They be like, what's wrong with you? So when I do decide that I'm gonna try to do it that way, and then they want to get on top of me and do their business, you going through. It's a mental thing. I know. I just if you ever raise a child, well, if you ever raise a child, you get it. But if you haven't, you don't understand it. And I will try to talk people out of it. Like, listen, if you're 21 and somebody wanted to be with you, and they were 10 years younger than you, would you get with them? It's like, now you put it that way. So you said from the 10 years younger. So we'll say 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. 10 years old. But that's probably what messes me because I'm always thinking, like, so I'll be doing math and stuff, and they said, but I'm not 10. In my mind, you 10. But anyway, and this is another friend of mine. This is another piece of files for Mother Has Lived. And the weird thing is, I think I don't know what it is about me, but the younger guys, you know, and the thing is, some of these young guys got some big melons, and they want to go in your body. Now, some girls are good because they hold as big as hell, stressed all the way to the zoo. That ain't me. I'm more like a cornball. I just want, a little touch here like that. Don't go on my body, though. This hurts. And I'm old as fuck. It's like, yo, listen, he come with the shovel, he about to dig you up. So it's like, oh, God, it's horrible. I don't enjoy sex at all no more. I'm over it. I'm scared to touch young men because they come to kill me. I'm like, I'm good. So I'm kind of reneging off the fact that I'm supposed to give them a chance. I'm like, I can't do it. Good morning, Shalantine. Anyway, so the thing is, when you're trying not to hurt nobody, so I don't know why is it an overwhelming amount of you know. But anyway, that's life. So I think with me, I've changed because once upon a time I just want, now they don't have to call me because I don't want them to come over here. I don't want you to come over here. I don't want you to come. I don't want you to come over. I don't want you to share with me how big you are. I don't want to know because I'm not come over here. Because when I see it, I think it is somebody trying to hurt me. And remind you, some of these guys are born with horses. They're not even human. And the thing is, this is your body. Your organs and everything is there. And it hurts. I think, what's his name? August Agostina. He hurt this girl because he was too big. She ruptured, he ruptured her vagina. He shape shifted in the uterus, and that shit hurt. To get the next day and try to go to sleep and stuff, and then your body hurt. No, it hurtful. And there's also when the guys are trying to have, number two sex. I mean, maybe that's say number two. When a guy's trying to have anally sex with you, he stretches your body. So as he stretches your body, and due to the fact of him being so in doubt, now you have to use, what's that thing called? The douche to go to the bathroom because you shifted your insides. So now you have a colostomy bag because now your insides is messed up. And I think the worst thing in the world is when the doctor says, well, what is the problem? And you're like, well, stop sleeping with horses. Then you won't end up in a stable. A man could put you in the hospital. He could put you in the hospital. So while you feeling all good, he's stretching your walls. And by him stretching your walls, what used to hold tight, I mean, you have to go to the bathroom, you can squeeze it. It's not funny. So you squeeze it so you don't go to the bathroom on yourself. But now it's open. Like you can't. It's just so. My thing is, you're going to get older one day. So if you stretch it and then pop it, then once you get older, and you have to pee. Because most times you go hold your pee, so when you have to pee, you like, listen, I'm trying to hold my pee because I'm not trying to pee myself. But when it's been stretched out, it's not funny. So when it's been stretched out, you like, oh, I gotta pee. That's all you get a chance to say. Oh, I gotta pee. But guess what? The pee decided to come out. So you're watching this, oh my God, I'm peeing. And you trying to hold it, but it's coming out anyway. And it's like, oh my God, I'm peeing. I'm not home yet. I'm the pee. And it's so messed up because you really don't understand what you've done. The control of your body it's just been broken. So now here it is, you trying to hold your urine so you before you get upstairs or stuff like that. And it's coming out. That means you have no control of your body functions. That's horrible. And it's real. It's real. It's real, trust me. Excuse me. When I was in the dollar store, this lady asked me, she said, could you grab me those Depends? I said, sure. She says, my body has changed. I said, okay. I'm not trying to be nosy, but I wasn't thinking like, well, ma'am, why's your body change? 'Cause whatever you do, that's like experimenting, whatever happens and stuff, or getting older. You have to be mindful what you're doing with your body. That's the only one you get. And sometimes it stays the same, and sometimes it don't. Excuse me. So when you're experimenting all these different things and stuff, keep in mind You're getting rid of the old body for a new body. So when you have to pee, just imagine you have to go to the bathroom and it's already coming out. So you don't have to push or wait, it's coming out. And you watch yourself pee. You watch yourself pee on yourself and you haven't got where you have to go to yet, but it's coming out. That means you lost your body functions and stuff. And it's sad, but it's real. Have to keep in mind your health is all you have. Mm-mm-mm. I don't know. Anyway, I don't even know what made me bring that up, but I guess I guess I'm just done. I don't know. I was like, you know what? As much as I want to be with somebody, I don't no more. Like I don't want to be with nobody. I don't. Like all I want is a good drink and some coffee and some chopped chicken. I can't do it. I tried. I'm sorry, young guys. I tried. I can't make it with you. I can't do it. I can't. It's too difficult. It's too painful. It's too good. Like Beyonce said, it's too big. She said it's too big. Something. I can't. Oh God. I can't handle it. I think my thing is I'm kind of like oozing away from guys because I'm afraid of the. I'm afraid of the thing. I'm afraid because I know at the end of the day they're not gonna care if I can't, get around. Hey Antoine, but you can wear people past demons doing intercourse. That's true, but they don't get enough. That's true. They don't know what they do. You're right, Antonio. But see, your body functions is totally different when it comes to different things. So what will work for one girl won't work with another one. And some girls just like, they could take it and want you to go longer. And then there are the ones like me, don't even want you to finish. We want you to get off. Because now you're on the time clock. And so if you ain't finished, you gotta go. And I always ask them, I said, well, how do you take it? But everybody's not like me. Because I don't deal well with it. But this is all you got. You only got one body. So if you mess that up, you have to go to the hospital to try to get it fixed. And remind you, your urine is something totally different. But there's so many parts of yourself that you don't pay too much of mind or as a regular thing, you start paying in mind because now you have the new body. It's the new body because it's messed up. I don't know. They be like, oh, Raven can't take the D. Mm-mm. Can't do it. I'm sorry. The number you've calling is an unworking number. Please say your number and dial again. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It's like, it's too big. It's too wide. It's too strong. It won't fit. That's that Beyonce song. When I tell you she was on point with those lyrics, y'all need to listen to that song, Ego. Listen to the lyrics exactly. When I tell you, so exact. It's too big. It's too strong. It's too wide. It won't fit. You'd be like, well, let me make it fit. No, no. It's different. But anyway, I'm corny, so don't put me no mind, but I can't do it. Mm-mm. So now I don't want a boyfriend. I just want to be left alone. I can't. I tried, like Vanessa Wynn said, I tried. I can't. Wait a minute. I just can't. That's Alicia Myers. She goes, I tried. I just can't. And that's the weird thing. And the funny thing is, I want a boyfriend, but I can't have one because I can't deal with it. Because he's with a man with me, he wants to go for hours. I only want him for a minute. So when he goes for hours, like, this shit is hurting. Am I supposed to be saying, oh, I love you? No, I'm saying, oh, get out my house. You gotta go. This is horrible. So you're like, well, and it's funny because when they be fine, like, listen. But I've learned something like, when a man is too fine, he has such a large collection of people in his phone. That means if you won't do it, you got bees other ones that will. But it's difficult because it's like, so obviously Raven's gonna die alone. It means they're gonna find. So I was watching a movie, change the subject. So I was watching a movie on YouTube that was about Octavian. So I'm sharing with this part. This is the thing that gets me though, but she died, I think, at 30 or 40 years old. And she went through it, obviously. And the thing that gets me is I don't know her that well or at all, but I met her before. But she had a large selection of men. And what's so weird about it was I was watching a video on YouTube and I knew the people that was in it. It means I'm not doxing, it's not funny. But it means they passed on and I'm still here. I'm like a dinosaur. And she had cancer. That's what the story went out. So she had cancer. She died from cancer and stuff. And allegedly, it's been said that the doctors wouldn't help her. They wouldn't help her no more because the cancer had spread and stuff, so the doctors wouldn't help her. So she was basically trying to get help from the doctor to continue her life. And they decided they wasn't going to help her anymore. And that's something to think about. That's horrible. Just imagine you're sick and the doctors decide they're not going to help you. And you're a doctor. So now you're a patient and the doctor says there's nothing we could do. That leaves you in a spot that when you go to sleep at night and you wake up, you be like, it's today I'm leaving. I think that it's a horrible spot for you. Being sick, God bless the people who are sick and the people who are trying to support them and help them because it's a lot. Me being an empath, I take it too personal because it bothers me. It bothers me because I can't believe how people be treated as if they don't even matter. It bothers me because there's not enough compassion in this world, but definitely a lot hurt in the world. The horrible thing in the world is having a baby and the baby is sick and your baby's crying and stuff and they're like, Mom or Dad, help me. And all you could do is look at them. And then your mind is like, I'm watching my baby die. All I could do is sit and watch. The doctors done gave up on them and I think it's horrible. I think it's horrible. At least you try to help them the best way you can. make sure you're exhausted all their options of helping them. But a lot of them don't do that. They don't do that. They be sick. Y'all can do more so to help them, but you don't. We have to eliminate some of these people off this earth. But why do you decide to eliminate people when it comes to somebody else and have that same energy when it comes to your mother or your family? But so anyway, so she was living, waiting, just waiting to die. And she pushed down a lot of doors and stuff. And she was trying to come big and stuff. She wanted to be like a model. And she went to like Naomi Campbell, Angelisa, and a lot of other, I don't know about. And she would walk balls and stuff, win balls, spend all that money to go in the ground. When I think of that a lot of times, people be spending all this money, balls and feathers and diamonds, to die. You spend so much money for a title that's only borrowed to you. Because at a certain period of time, that title's not going to mean nothing. Because at the end of the day, when you're gone, you're gone. If they talk about you, you're lucky. If they remember you, you're lucky. A lot of people don't remember you. And you become so consumed on these titles that don't mean nothing. You're so consumed on beauty and glamour. You spend so much money trying to be beautiful just to go into the ground. It's crazy. I think about all the times I've cried. I've cried over men. Like I didn't have a boyfriend. I would cry. And a lot of them was ugly as fuck. But remind you, listen, they may be ugly now, but it was somebody baby once. They used to tell me, they said, baby, he ugly as fuck. Why are you crying over him? I was like, because I'm an empath. That means I care about people. They said, but he's ugly. I didn't see it that way. It's not funny. I used to be so happy that somebody even gave me the time. The same ones that be trying to hide and duck and dive. You're like, this month, he actually has options, but and the weird thing is you give them so much power over your life. You make them seem like gold and diamonds when you look like a 10, and they look like -1, and they treat you like shit. So you trying to get them together, they on drugs, they getting sprung out on shit, fentanyl. Because it's hard. And you sacrifice everything. And for what? So when I would say when time comes up and it's time for you to leave the world, they usually not even there with you, not even by your side. That reminds me, because it's story time. That reminds me of this girl. So I was working in New York City. It's story time. I know Evelina's here. Oh, wait. I knew it was somewhere. Evelina, every ugly person was. You right, Evelina. So I was working in New York City, and I had to I had to open up the bar. So by me, I have to open the bar. I had to come early. That means before 9 o'clock. We had to set up. I had to set up the bar and stuff like that. You know. So as I'm setting the bar, I'm waiting outside for the man to open up the bar. This young guy passed by. He's like, "How you doing?" I was like, "Okay." This me New York. I was in New York. I really didn't know. I learned a lot about New York. I didn't know a lot. I was dumb as hell. I was dumb as hell. So this young guy came by. He said, "Hi, how you doing?" "Hi, what's up?" He said, "You pretty." He said, "You got a man?" And I was like, "Okay." So I'm opening up the bar. He said, "Can I come in the bar with you?" Because the bar was closed, so he couldn't come in and have a drink or something. So I came in the bar. I said, "How old are you?" Listen. My mind is my mind is hard to get these ages up because he was young, obviously, but he was old enough to pay the bar anyway. So he was trying to talk to me, and y'all know I'm funny about my age thing because when they're certain ages, I see them as like my brother or something. I don't see them the proper way they want me to. So he's like, "You got a man?" I said, "No." He said, "I'll be your man. Listen, I'm not like a puppet. You just can't say, well, I'll take you from no." So he saw this other girl that he thought looked like me. So he went after her. I guess she was supposed to be like a replacement of me because I carded him and I was like, "You're too young." But as a girl, he decided he wanted her and she welcomed him. She took him home. See, I can't even say certain because that's the thing with my story. I have to protect people, so I can't really tell you the whole thing. And because if I tell you certain things, you're like, "Oh, I know what that is." So even after death, I'm still protecting them. But okay, so he pops up online. Matter of fact, he was. Matter of fact, well, I guess she's dead now. So he popped up online. Him and her in the video. He went live with her, and I was like, "Oh, okay." She said, well, "We've been together for a while and stuff," and I was like, "Oh, could be me, but whatever floats your boat." Because you know me, I'm like, you know, he's young, right? He's young. He's younger than you. But that's none of my business. So they was together doing different things, stuff like that. And I didn't know her business. So there was a lot of things outside and stuff. And he would go many places with her and stuff like that. And she ended up dying. And I'm like, well, because when somebody dies, we want to know why. So first thing I'm thinking, it must have been, the kitty. If y'all know what the kitty is, that means AIDS. But no, she had cancer. So while these girls getting all these hormones, injections, they get cancer from it. They don't say that enough. They don't, when people saying they want to transition become this beautiful person, a lot of times that stuff be cancerous. That means you have cancer. I mean, you get cancer for anything, but she had cancer. And I don't know if she was going for treatment. I don't know the whole backstory. All I know was she died. She has a whole channel on YouTube. She has a whole channel. And he's still alive. And she's passed on. I don't see nobody talking about her. I don't see it. Maybe they aren't talking about. I don't know. I haven't. I haven't seen anything about her. So she existed, but nobody's speaking about it, you know. Or maybe they speak about it soundly, you know. And I don't know. I just think it's really weird how when you go on, you go on. All that suffering, all those nights you couldn't eat because you was hungry, but you had no money, you go on. You get to take it all to your grave. And the thing about it is, you know, remember that movie Paris is Burning? Paris is Burning. So Paris used to come to my bar, the bar I used to work at. And I was like, hey Paris, what's up, boo? And she wasn't, she wasn't dressed up like the movie, but she really wasn't dressed up that much. But she would come in the bar and I would give her a drink. She would give me $5 every time, a $5 tip. So, it's so messed up. I don't be wanting to tell people, but I feel like a lot of stuff y'all wouldn't know it because I mean obviously I'm gonna be dead soon too. So, and when she died, they found her in the house and she was dead. She was there for a month before they smelled her body, before she started smelling. That means her body started decomposing. Would I have known that? No, I didn't even know. So someone did a wellness check on her to make sure she was okay. And that's how they found her. This is what happens when you live alone. You stay by yourself, you're introvert, you make sure you're safe, protecting your spirit and stuff. And a lot of times, if you pass away, nobody knows. I'm not trying to speak death over my life, but that's probably the same way I'm going to go. When I die, then nobody's going to know until my body starts. So, it's not funny. It's not funny, baby. That's not funny. So, once my body starts smelling, they'll be like, "What that smell?" That's just Raven dead. She done died. And the thing is, I understand people want to live alone or is going to live alone, couldn't find nobody, want to stay safe, stuff like that. But you have to make sure somebody know about you and stuff and check up on you because we get it. We get our feelings. We don't trust people. Somewhere along the line, you should make friends with somebody that's going to check up on you. Excuse me. But it's just weird. Like a lot of two spirit women, they go through hell and not given a proper grace. It's ignored. A lot of two spirit women, two spirit men, saying their truth, become pioneers and fighters as the other people decide to come in a group, but make sure they don't participate with helping them. So, as a person that's seen it, I think they call it Marsha P. Johnson and Sylvia Rivera. Marsha P. Johnson is the one was fighting at Stonewalls. Now, listen, I wasn't here. I wasn't into that. So it was also a butch, a trans man that fought. So back in the day, the cops used to raid the place because it was against the law for the LGBTQ. They were being harassed and taunted by the cops. So as they're being harassed and haunted inside of their own gay establishment, beaten, cops would come inside. And then one time, the people said, you know, remind you, these women and a man stood up to the cops. So they felt like they were safe. It was within the wall. The cops came in with their batons, hitting them over the head. Here it is, you dressed up. It's not funny. Here it is, you dressed up, and they hitting you over the head, beating you as if you're a child. So you're being tormented. Now, remind you, these are pioneers. That means these people jumped in front of the fire that they tried to burn down and made sure it didn't burn. So you had a little lick in your system. The cops decide want to beat you, and you decide you about to hit them the fuck back. So y'all start beating the shit out the cops. Use their own batons on them and beating the hell out of them because y'all had enough. So you stood out in the front line and you fought back. Became a big thing. I think the butch was punching in the face. He was the two spirit man was fighting back. Two spirit women was fighting back. They was fighting back. And it was fighting the cops. So they had enough. Now they have all this LGBTQIA stuff now, which is totally different than then. It was either gay or bi or whatever. And they fought back. So now they're in the ground because you was not going to make them submit to your world. The same ones some of y'all celebrate in quiet. Then there are the people who are the down low men and women. Y'all sit back and enjoy amenities as far as their life when you didn't contribute to it, but you sign up for amenities. That reminds me, if you saw the movie Set It Off, when the girl who's supposed to be helping them bank rob, she wanted the money because her baby, but she didn't want to participate. That's the same thing with them. They don't want to participate, but they want the they want to they want the they want the gifts from it, the rewards. They want the rewards from it. So here it is. You as a person, two spirit woman, two spirit man, was in your life, and you stand in the front line and stuff like that. And guess who wants the rewards? The DL people. They want all the rewards. They want to make sure that they not. There's so much of cowards. The DL men and the DL women. There's so much of cowards. They want the rewards. As you fought, you struggled, beaten over the head, swellings, stabbed. but they want the rewards. And then they will go after the two-spirit man and two-spirit woman, and then want to get close to them and rewards from them. Remind you, you didn't do anything to get those rewards from them. And then you take them, you mentally abuse them, you put them down, you try to make sure they don't get jobs, you try to make sure their life is destroyed. So as they sit in the front line, going through everything, you didn't participate. Oh, I don't know them. I don't know them things. But you want the rewards. These women and men went through hell. And you make sure you stay safe. But the thing is, you shouldn't be there with her or him at any capacity at all. Because you was afraid. They stood in the front line to make sure you could have jobs, make sure you got apartments and everything else. As this man tries to take everything from you. And the same ones that tried to fight for your life being that way, it's the same ones, not all of them, but the same ones that will put a man in power, that will take it all away. You have people in your business. Well, I don't, and it's funny because it's not like it's a blanket statement, because I've talked to two-spirit women. It was like, well, I feel like if a girl, they're too young to transition. My thing is, so why would it be too young that you're trying to avoid everything they're going to go through in life? They could avoid, but you're like, well, they're too young. That's not your child, though. That's not your child. And it's so weird how y'all sign on for that. It's amazing to me how you rather have somebody go through it that you should be minding your business, but you want to say, I'm gonna. So I have the right to give my opinion. That means you're speaking on someone's child. You're speaking on it. And the thing is, you don't even have children, but you think I have the right to say what I want. And you do. You can say what the fuck you want. But listen. And the thing that gets me is, if it's not your child, my thing is this. If you really care about people, just mind your fucking business. Mind your business. It's pretty simple. Pretty simple. The same way you mind your business when the bills start coming, they start calling you. My English is not so good. Mind your business. It has nothing to do with you. So their parents, they take care of their own children. You act like his money's coming. And now, so you're trying to keep your child alive because they feel a certain type of way and they feel like they don't want to be here no more. So while you're saying, I feel as though it's too soon, I feel as though they're too young for this. I feel as though they shouldn't do this when it's none of your business. So I just want you to think about this. I just want you to think about this. It's none of your business. But I'm going to tell you something. So if you have a trans kid and they're transitioning, and while you're saying all this negative stuff, the government is in your business, you feel like they shouldn't do this because they're too young. But remind you, while you're making those opinions, you have to keep in mind that child is hearing this stuff. So now, how do you figure it out when sometimes the sounds become too loud? Now, remind you, when a kid starts crying, and many have, you listen to your child. Of course, you're going to cover your child. Like, listen, don't worry about it, baby. Don't listen to people. I got you. And then the government steps in. So now your child really not really knowing what's going on in the world. So you're just trying to find ways to protect your child because you want your child to stay alive. So your kid comes in the house and stuff, going through it. Usually they'll fall on the door. Like, what's the matter, baby? Like, everybody picks on me because of who I am. Okay. And you'll say as a parent, ignore them. They don't know. They don't know about it. And then I support you, my baby. You know, I don't care. Well, let's go get some ice cream because you're going to say things for your child to stay alive. So you do all these things, shower them, give them something that's powerful as far as making them want to live and push forward, and hold them, may have dreams and push down doors. You're noticing there's a decline in your child's actions. So as your child decline mentally, expire, experiment different things, they don't even want to live. Don't even want to live in it more. And you try to find different ways to get them positive and proactive and everything you could do. So then the worst part of the story, your child starts crying. I don't want to be here no more. Now remind you, you stepped and said they're too young and they're too young for they don't need dinner. But you stepped in and gave your opinion. Now you're looking at their child that's maybe going about to take their life. And you trying to do everything so they can stay like my baby. I want to keep my kid if I have to do, you going through it. But here are people saying, they're too young, something, but it's none of your business. It's pretty simple. Mind your business. So here it is, a baby that's showing signs of leaving this world. And I've done stories on this uh, um, um, on my YouTube. I got tons of babies up there, so I got the receipts. And the thing is, so people are saying, well, I feel as though it's a certain age you need to do, there's a certain age they need to do these things, and I don't believe in it. But you're not sitting there looking at that child. You're not sitting there watching their child action. You're not doing everything as far as minding your business as you trying to save your child, and y'all just keep coming at, throwing more stuff on them. You throwing more stuff on them, throwing more, and as you watch, like, oh my God, you like, oh my God, they're trying to kill my baby. Now you crying, holding your child, rocking your child, like I love you, baby. Don't you good? I'm gonna protect you to the end. If that's what we gotta do, we're gonna fight back. Your child's like, okay, I'm okay, mommy. They crying, and then they stop crying. So now your child's not crying no more. It's like, okay, you can, you start rubbing their back and stuff, you know, and then you try to find different ways to celebrate them, different ways to make them want to live, different ways. Well, do you want to do this as far as do you want to be a doctor? Do you want to be a dancer? Do you want to be a hairstylist? You try to put different life living things in their head to make them kind of like start wanting to enjoy life. We're talking about a child. So while people as adults are hurting your child by saying, we don't believe in it, you're left with the child that may be about to unalive themselves. As a mother that's trying so hard to make sure the sounds don't become real, it becomes too real for them, and it also comes scary to you. Because when it comes to a point he's not listening or she's not listening anymore, it becomes scary because at some point, no matter how much you celebrate your child, they don't want to be here. They have like, we feel as though they're too young. We're going to lock people up trying to help you. So I'm trying to save my child. You're going to arrest doctors that's trying to keep my child alive. You as a person will stand on and agree with the treatment of your child. Remind you it's a child. Remind you this is a child, a mother that feels hopeless and helpless. So you speaking of something that you have nothing to do with. But I feel as though I have my opinion. And then when you come home, oh, you bought him something or her something, and you bought him something, you know, entertainment, keep their mind, all this stuff. Um, so be like, baby, I got you something. I got you something. You come home, I got you something. And you like, so you like, it's quiet. Baby, baby. You know, you start checking the doors, baby. And then you see the door. It is the most scariest thing in the world. Your kid is quiet, and then you walk into the door. You can't even turn the knob because you are so afraid and you shaking. And you're like, oh my God. So then you open the door, you spot your child's sneakers still on their feet, and they're laying on the bed flat. And then now you start shaking because now you're approaching the child. You're like, please don't be, please, baby, please. You crying. You're like, please, now remind you. These people done said enough. They said, well, I'm full of stuff. You're in that room and you're watching this child laying over the bed, sneakers on, and you shaking. And you're trying to find strength to get to them. As a person that's hurting so bad because you want your baby alive, you shaking because you feel like you can't walk. You're losing the breath out of your body. And then you get close to them, baby, baby, and then you shake them. They're not moving. They're not moving. And then you like, please, you start crying, God, please, not my baby, not my child. And you crying. You screaming. You're losing your mind. You're losing your consciousness. So now you call 911. Now remind you can't even figure out what is 911. You can't put it together. So I have to dial 911. But you know the words. I mean, you know the numbers, but you can't figure out what is the 9. What is the 9? What does a 9 look like? Your head, your mind done left you. What is the 9? What is the 9? So as far as down the 911, you can't figure out what is the 9 because your brain has just left you, and you're like, well, what is the 9? So because of when you're like, help me, somebody help me. So you're screaming because you can't figure out the numbers. Your brain has just left you, so you can't figure it out. You're like, what is the 9? What is the 9? Now you're hyperventilating, and you just kind of going through, and you start screaming. Only thing I could do is scream. So compliments from you. You feel as though I don't need to set my child. What they're saying had nothing to do with you. But now you're sitting here looking at a dead body, compliments from the world, not everybody, and you're looking at it. Now you're trying to put numbers together because everything's not adding up, and here it is, you shaking so bad you fall to the ground, you crying, you grab your baby, you fall to the ground with the baby, and you scream, please, please, you praying to God, please, no, not my child, not my baby, please don't take my baby. And then those are ones saying, well, I don't feel as though it's right to treat them. So why you don't feel as though it's right? It had nothing to do with you. Here is a mother, look at her baby with the sneakers on that he wanted to have or she wanted to have. And she's crying. So then ambulance, somebody contact the ambulance because you screamed loud as you could. Always tell them about. So then the ambulance comes in. What happened? What happened? Said, I don't know. Because you really can't say much because you can't figure out words. Words are new to you. So now the easiest thing in life, you can say easy, you can't figure it out. So the ambulance take your child, and then one of the sneakers followed their feet and put them inside the ambulance to try to revive them. And then you saying, well, let me get the ambulance because you coming to your baby, and you get the ambulance and stuff. And then the words you didn't want to hear, the doctor confirmed it. We did everything we could do. We're sorry. We try to pump their stomach. We try to do everything we could do. And then you sit there, and then you standing there, and then you fall to the ground. You start screaming. Sometimes you black out. At the end of the day, it feels more comfortable not being alive mentally to take this type of news. So the little friend, the little baby used to play with the games and stuff, goo goo gaga, stuff like that, is over. So now you have to set up the appointment to get the body removed from the hospital. So you call somebody up, tell them what happened, somebody close to you, whatever the case may be. They come to the hospital, and then you say, my baby's just gone. They're like, what? They start screaming loudly. You're like, listen, I can't tell you. You got to stop screaming. And they screaming, it started to wake you up. You starting to shake. You shaking really bad. You like, oh my God. Because now I have to go home. So now you can't hardly walk. And then you go upstairs to their room, and then you have no strength. You're broken. And then you pick the sneakers up and you looking at them. So now people decided for your child. Now you're looking at this sneaker. The sneaker looks totally different. So, as a person who loved their child, who fought for their child, try to do everything as far as make them happy, and you have those people saying, "Well, they were too young," and you're like, "You wasn't taking my child. So why did your decision matter that much to me?" So you're looking at the child sneakers. You call somebody up to come over because they need somebody to help you mentally to pull you through it because you can't do it. And now, as a mother that loved their child, supported their child, or a father that supported their child, mother, you get a chance to see people saying, well, we feel as though it wasn't right because they were too young. So you as a person that supported your child and loved your child, y'all got to them or her. You got to them. No matter how much love you gave your child, you got to them. So your words matter more than mine. The words you said sunk deeply into their soul, their spirit, and it took them out. So now, those same people saying, well, we need to get these people locked up or punished for trying to help people, help children, help adults. You have to have them locked up. So now here it is, you have a dead body. Compliments from the world. Now remind you, it was not your business, but you got in their head. And you won. And then it's like, well, my condolences. Oh, I'm so sorry, my condolences. Well, I didn't think they was gonna do that. And you're like, okay. Most time, a lot of times people become less present because they're so numb to the pain. Everybody can't take pressure and pain. Even the adults can't. A lot of adults can't. So as a child, which had nothing to do with you, you supported that child's death. As you sit back inside, I'm gonna go to the party, get drunk the fuck up. You got to have a good time. But you supported their death. They could have been alive. They could have been here enjoying their bikes and stuff, games and stuff. But you supported it. Oh, I didn't do that. I ain't do that. They did it because they wanted to. Also, now you wipe your hands by them. Because now you make it seem like what you what you did was okay. But now all of a sudden you're not gonna accept what you done. You want to say, well, they was too weak, or I don't blame myself. I blame the parents. It's the parents' fault. But this parent stood there with their child and tried to save them. But you decide to go after the child as far as these rules and stuff. But as the child is going now, compliments from you, you don't want to accept accountability of what you've done. What you've done. But guess what you want to do? You want to be able to celebrate your birthday. You want to be able to celebrate your Thanksgiving. You want to be able to celebrate different President's Day. You're not going to think about that child that you just put in the ground that's not here no more. Well, I don't set that I don't feel that way. Okay. You know, I just think it's really messed up how people treat people. That's not even your business. You can mind you can easily mind your business. It's easy. Mind your business. It's nothing to do with you. You ain't taking care of him, you ain't feeding him. It's not your business. But guess what you want now? Well, I have the right. You don't. You don't have the right. But it happens. But now the mother gets to wake up, or the father. No child. They won't be coming in the room, get out my room. That's over with. It's over with. So now the silence becomes loud. You know, it's just so sad what I've seen in this world. And the girls who fought to be who they are, and guys who fought. Just leave people alone. Leave people alone. It's pretty simple. Mind your business. I just wish things were differently, but who cares what I wish? You know, I'm always proud of the parent who stands behind their child and stuff, and because you don't know what God sent you, but we know what people did to take them away. It's unfortunately, but anyway, I think I done talked too much. How long about it? Okay, but it's something to think about. I know I'll be deep in thought, but it's a lot of stuff I just be seeing. I have to stay away because mentally I can't believe what I be finding out. And there are no rules. If you're a lamb, it's the movie. It's from the movie. Nothing. I'm not drinking nothing on Mister. Is that Mister? I'm blonde as a bitch. You right, Miss Pullen or Mr. Pullen. Hey, mid letter. Y'all know what? Can y'all give me some easy names? I'll be trying to read. Oh my god. Anyway, that's just something to think about. I've done I've I've done different stories and stuff on children, and I'm gonna tell you something. It shares like If you're anything like me, you're a Gemini, you're always thinking some shit you shouldn't be seeing. Excuse me. So back to my story, because you're like, bitch, you done flipped over to another story. I know, forgive me, I will flip. I got a lot of stories. I'm sorry, I have a lot of stories, and it's so funny because I could share some stuff with y'all. You know, I'm shocked, but it's, it's horrible. Oh, God. It's horrible, but anyway, protect your spirit. I'm going to get off here. Protect your spirit, because that's all you have. And, you know, and it's just something to think about. The little boy who is 13 years old, whose father killed him for being gay. His mother talks to me every day. Oh my God. I love you, Miss Veronica. Um, Milton. So she contacts me every day, and she's hurting. I did the story, him and his mother contact me. She talked to me every day. And some of the mothers have talked to me about their children. Me as a person that don't deal with stress well at all, I just listen. And I feel the emptiness in their heart, you know. So I could feel it. This is weird. I think that's why I had the stroke. Because I can't handle it. I, I, I'm a homebody. When I started doing this investigation, or should I say digging, I never thought people hated each other that badly. I never knew the world that I learned. Yeah. So that's why I stopped doing depths. As you see, I can go deep into it because it don't make sense to me. But hey, Mama, what's up, Daisy? How you been, boo? You right, Evelyn, that they are. The thing is, I don't be wanting to tell you that many stories. It seems like all my stories are bad, and I know too much because people know I care about people. So by me caring about people, they share with me. So I have to go a little slow sometimes to make sure I don't tell too much. They share with me, and it's like it's disheartening because sometimes I can't handle it. So I have to try to make myself be numb. Because some of these stories that they've told me, it will take me out. It takes me out. I and already had a stroke, had two strokes. I'm not trying to have a third one. So I have to monitor everything I watch. Central pills as far as high blood pressure and stuff. high blood pressure. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna be dead. Like we're even that rib done died, child. That bitch in them stores gone. It's not funny, but that bitch in them stores is gone. Goodbye. Done. And it's weird because I think when they locked me up in a mental institution, I think in a lot of ways, when I was in the hospital and I was locked up, I was like, maybe this is where I need to be for real. Like, this not a flex. You need to be in here because you're crazy. And it's weird because I overthink, and I was like, I overthink. And I never forget. So when they put me to that room, and I'm covered up, so this girl kept coming in the room, so I'm like, please, could you just leave me alone? She was like, well, I was like, what's wrong with you? I'm a nosy bitch. Like, what's wrong with you? She's like this tall, and she just clinged to me. Now ravens used to people clinging to them, so she's like, she was asking me some weird questions. I can't remember them now. My memory, don't listen. My memory is shot to hell. So she's asking me questions. She's like, well, who's this person? She's asking me this. I was like, yeah. But I'm not gonna say nothing mean. I'm just gonna be like, okay. So she decided she wanted to take the bathroom door off. I was like, okay. So I get up, the bathroom door is gone. I said, I'm really in the nut house. Raven, what you got yourself into this time? I said, you done fucked up. Nobody knew I was in there. And I was thinking, well, welfare is gonna help me, get up with my bills, because they'll give you a certain type of money, I guess, through the government, you know. Well, sat there, they had me participate in all these different things, coloring books. It's not funny. They had me participate, coloring books and singing and remind you, I was like, okay. So there was some people there that was really mentally crazy. So it was a white man there. So he comes in, and it's just like the movie. He comes to the room. There are all the big glass in there. It's funny. There's all this big glass. I'm sitting inside this room. Everything locks down. He comes in. I was like, okay, yeah, I know, I can find crazy. He's like, oh my God, wow, what's going on here? He's like, you're pretty. So he reaches down to kiss me. I said, oh my God. So it goes, it was like, get out of her face, get out of her face. I was like, oh. I was like, stop. So he's like, oh wow. I guess he's like, oh my God. Remind you, I have no brown and shit. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm like, so he tried to kiss me, told me stop, start running, stop running. He started running around the room. I was like, I'm so used to crazy, which is weird. So he's running around the room. He didn't want nobody to touch him. Get off me, get off me. I'm sitting there watching it. It's funny because so It was a guy there that was a music guy. We was about to do music. I guess it's a part of treatment and stuff. The thing I got from this the therapy was they teach you that you should try to relive and keep living. It's like starting over. So they're teaching you as far as coloring books, like you was little in kindergarten. They give you coloring books and singing. And I kept asking them, I was like, how long am I going to be in the nut house? They said, please don't call it a nut house. I said, then what the hell is it? I was like, Raven, you done fucked up this time. I was like, oh my God, I gotta figure this out. I'm gonna go get out of here. I was like, I'm in the nut house. I was like, I'm in the nut house. And I caught people's attention, obviously, because I'm tall. But it was one girl that she was taller than me. Beautiful. She was beautiful, Spanish girl. And I'm like, so, it was nice. It was a lot of Spanish people. Now that I think about it, there was a few black people, but the woman that wanted me to take my clothes off, she was African. And I was like, okay. So she's like, I need you to take your clothes off. I was like, okay, here we go. Here we are. So she told me, take it off. So open up the back. I think what's the things the patients the patients gowns and stuff. So she says, turn around. So she went behind me. I was like, okay. But mother has lived. She still didn't catch it. And the thing is, so she takes her hand, she goes down between my legs. She says, what is that, a tampon? A Kotex, whatever the fuck it is. I was like, I ain't saying nothing. She said, I need you to lift your arms up like this, because if I have a weapon, it's going to fall on my titties. And then she says, oh, what is that? And her friend comes in, and they looking at my keloid. I'm like, okay. So they comes in, they looking at me. I'm still standing like a experiment. And I'm like, okay. I take these deep breaths and stuff because I was like, baby, you done fucked up. So I'm like, okay, I'm in a nut house. How am I going to get out of here? I have to figure out a plan. They said, well, you can call somebody else. I said, I have nobody to call. Look, everybody's dead. Who am I going to call? So I called my sister. And you need to learn. So I said, can you get my cell phone? Because I don't know her phone number by heart. So I could call people. So they said, well, you get it tomorrow. So I called on the phone. She said, what's going on? I said, I'm in a nut house. She said, stop playing. I said, I'm seriously. I fucked up. I said, I'm in a nut house. She said, well, what happened? I said, I went to the doctor. I said, I don't feel well. I don't feel right. And he told me, well, how do you feel? And y'all know, I say I see spirits and I see people talking to me. So he said, oh, you see people talking to you. They should have just said this. I said, no. I talk to a lot of dead people. They said, oh, you talk to the dead people. And what do they say? I was like, oh my God. I was like, this is not going well. So they was like, do they be saying kill, kill, kill? I'm like, oh my God. And it's so funny because I should find stuff funny. But I'm like, oh my God. So I'm like, no. They said, well, what do they be saying to you? I was like, you know what? Obviously, it's not going to go well because you think it's some. So I said, listen, I have an interview on Wednesday for this job. we have a piece of paper where you have to sign that, you're not staying because we thought you're going to stay. So I signed the paper. It lets them know that I'm not staying in a hospital, in a nut house. So I signed the paper. The doctor walked back inside that big thing, like it's all glass and stuff. He walks inside. So I'm like, well, when am I going home? Like, when am I leaving? So I saw the nurse. I said, well, when am I leaving? Because I should be going home. Have to have to change. My car can't be parked inside of the street. My car is in the. I need to go home. So I asked him again. I said, well, what's going on? Now remind you, I'm in this whole place. I'm confused, but I'm like, so I had to walk through this other thing. They had to make sure I didn't have no weapons. So I guess to unallow myself. So I'm like, so I came all the way down here to unallow myself. I couldn't do it right where I was at. I had to go to the hospital to unallow myself. Make it make sense. So the doctor was like, okay. He had to have other two people come in to see me. And I said, well, that's all well and good. When am I getting out of here? So he walks out the room. He goes back into this big old laboratory type of thing. So I'm waiting for them, let me out of here. Then took my clothes off, took everything off me, titties hanging out. And I'm like, okay. So the nurse came in, she said, I need you to take these pills. I was like, what kind of pills are these? They said it's gonna help you feel better. I said, and I'm like a movie buff, so I know that the pills, I've seen stuff on TV as far as schizophrenia. So I'm like, is this gonna help me or fuck me up for good? Like I'm be thinking out of left, but I'm still in the nut house. So I talked to the doctor, and I talked to the nurse, and it's so weird because all the nurses and doctors, they stay away from you. They look at you like you inside of a tube like a hamster. And so you sitting there, no clothes on, and you like, and I'm sitting there thinking, Raven, you done fucked up. So then it was this African woman. I'm in this thing, all these people in here, all these people in here with me. So I'm confused. Like, why am I here? So this African woman, she goes, I want something to eat. She's heavy set. She's like, I want something to eat. So I'm watching heavy set African woman. Then it was this. She wasn't white. She was something of some type of. Maybe she was white, but she didn't speak English. I don't think she was Spanish, but she didn't speak English. So she wanted to get out of there. So she decided to take all her clothes off. I'm like, oh my God. And I was like, Raven, you done fucked up now. So she takes all her clothes off, titties out, boobies out, vagina out. And I'm like, oh my God. So I'm sitting there like, I'm sitting there inside that room like a hamster. And she looks over, she sees me. She comes, and remind you, we're locked in the room. So she sees me. She looks in the room. She look in the room. It's like a hospital. So she looks in the room. She opens the door and comes inside the room. Yeah, I said, okay. And she was like, hey, something she was saying to me. I was like, So she's in there with me. They all start screaming. They jumped up, get her out the room with me, and got her out. You can't be in here. You have to go. You have to go back to your room. I'm like, what am I doing here? Why am I here? He said, because you hear people talking. That's not there. I said, I was like, oh my God. Talk about taking this story and twist it. He says, well, you say you talk to them. I said, oh my God. I done got myself in some shit. I was like, no. I said, I'm an empath. I'm not a medium, but I can see things. They said, oh, you can see things. And what did these things be saying? Oh, forgive me. I was like, I'm not gonna get out of. I'm not gonna. Anyway, I know I'm all over the place. So then I contacted my sister, and that's what I told her. I was like, listen, come in here. So then I talked to this other guy. He says, the last time, he says, what did you do? Why would you go into there? I was like, I went to the hospital because I thought the hospital helped you. He said you went to an institution. Do you know what you're at? I was like, no, because it's the hospital. He says, no, you're in an institution. First of all, I thought a hospital was a hospital. I didn't know it was a mental institution. So he was like, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you. He didn't know what to say. He's like, you're in a mental institution. I was like, he says, they call this other room. I was like, well, so he said, well, maybe you need to call the cops. I said, let them know they keep you against your will. So I called my sister. I said, listen, my friend told me to call the cops because they keep me here against my will. I said, I need you to call them. She said, call the cops. I said, yeah, call them because I'm here against my will. Nobody knows what. That's why I love her. She called the cops and she gave them the room number I was in. So when they got to the hospital to come see about me, excuse me. Excuse me. So when they got to the hospital, the cops came and they got to the hospital trying to find my room I'm in. They said, oh, she crazy. She's in the nut house. So that whole idea went out the door. As they were told I was crazy, false alarm, you go back home now. It wasn't false alarm, so I had to stay. So I'm still inside the nut house. Don't feel like I'm going home. My sister said, well, you better eat good because, bitch, they feed you some good food. I was like, oh, my God. She was like, oh, you know you're a greedy bitch. So I'm eating this food. The food was good, I ain't gonna lie, but I'm a greedy bitch. And I was like, okay. So they brought me food. I had to take more medicine, but they would make you take the medicine and open your mouth to make sure you took it. And the other girl that was short that was there, she was like really gone. There was a Spanish girl that was there. Because you know I'm a nosy bitch. I started doing interviews and stuff. I'm like, why are you here? She's like, her family has her own business, stuff like that. So she works with her family. And, you know, she was there. There was a black guy that was there. He had dressed, gorgeous guy, looked like I'll be a model, tall, you know, you know. So I saw him. I was like, you should be a model. She was like, shit, you should be a model. And I was like, let me shut up. You can't be friendly here, Raven. This is a nut house. Stop being so fucking friendly. And so it was another guy that was there. I know my old place. It was another guy that was there. He said, "I'm getting out of here." So the guard said, "No, you're not." He said, "Yes, the hell I'm in." And my thing is, the security came in. He was like, "I'm getting out of here." So I guess he thought he was a part of, I don't know. He was a part of Steven Seagal movie, so he could take on both of them and stuff. And I'm like, watch this. I took him and slammed him on the ground. I'm not on the ground, but on the bed. He's like, ooh, ooh. He's talking. He's like, ooh. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, oh my God, they choking the gas. So shit, am I next? They're gonna choke me, and I know I'm all over the place anyway. So they took me upstairs. I was downstairs before I told you that story about the lady that was old, the African lady that was on the floor. That was downstairs. Then they took me upstairs, and that's where I came to the white man that decided he wanted to kiss me. And they was like, no, you can't do that. So they had a music instructor. So they had a music instructor, nice looking guy, white guy, long, pretty hair. So he walks in a white guy, older guy. So the white man, who was a music instructor, came inside the nut house to join us. And the white guy that was older, he saw the guy that was a music guy. And everything, he was like, oh, the fairies are here. It's not funny. He was like, oh, the fairies are here. Here come the freaks. It's not funny. I was like, okay. He's like, oh, look at this. Look at this. Purposely trying to pick on him for no reason. The man didn't do nothing. He was purposely trying to pick him. But I stayed away from him because I know I attract crazy, so I wasn't saying shit. So he started trying to start a fight with him. So it was another girl that was there. She wasn't in the mental institution, but she was a nurse. She looked like what's her name? Black China. She had a body like Black China. In other words, so she says, "What little snack you want? You want a sandwich or you want crackers and stuff?" So I said, "Just give me crackers." And he said, "I want a sandwich. I wanted cranberry with cranberry juice with crackers and stuff." And she was like, "Okay." So she's a nurse, and he wanted another sandwich. I think, was it a sandwich or was it crackers? And she said, "No, it's only one per person." She said, "If there's leftover, you can have it." She says, "But you know, you can't get another one until, you know." He said, "Really? I can get another one?" She says, "No, you have to wait, till everybody's good." He said, "Really?" I was like, "Oh God, this is not gonna go well." He says, "Really?" She says, "No, you can't get it that way." She was trying to be, really nice. He said, "Well, So she goes, oh, it's not funny. She goes, oh. So he hits her in the face, and then he starts running. And the funny thing is, everything about that place is secretly and silent. So he hits her in the face with, I think was an apple, and then he starts running back to his room with all the rest of them. And the thing is, I was like, yo, you can't do that. So I come to her defense. I'm like, listen, stop. I'm jumping in something that's not my damn concern. But I came to her defense because they was going whatever they was just gonna let whatever happens or happen. I was like, no. So I jumped in. I was like, no, you. Mm-mm. So I jumped in, and then the security guards came upstairs, and then they came upstairs and stuff. He's like, oh fuck this, I'm out of here. I'm doing the fuck I want. He's out of control. The security guards came in, and you figured they would take them to a room and stuff, and control him. Their rules are don't touch the guests or the patients. So as he hit her, her protection was not there. He could have beat her up. They wouldn't have did nothing. They slept. I jumped in. I was like, oh hell no. Shit, mom, I'm in it, but I jumped in. I was like, oh hell no. So I got him out the room, and I told them they ain't do nothing. I was like, how could you have a job like this as a woman? How could you allow this abuse and say it's okay? I looked at her. I was like, are you okay? She says, I'm fine. Now, he just hit her in the face. Everybody act like it was no big deal. I was like, oh, hell no. This ain't good. So, shit, if somebody do this to me, I guess they're going to beat me the fuck up. No. I was like, you're not doing this to her. I'm not going to allow this shit. So, and it's funny because no guys try to help her. There was nobody trying to help her. Here it is, Raven coming to the goddamn rescue, fucking bitch in my minute. But I'm like, you can't do this. And he's laughing and running, and it's like, you ever watched what's that called? Peter Pan. I'm free. I think it's called the Latimer from Jack and the Beaver. I'm free. You're free. So he's running through the hospital after hitting her in the face and stuff. Other women, the other women was like, oh. They was attacking the women, and it was like, oh, ah. I'm like, oh hell no. So they trying to duck African ladies, Spanish ladies. They ducking his hits and stuff. And he's over. I'm going after him to keep him off of them. But mind you, I don't work there, so I should mind my fucking business. But this is happening to these women, and I'm like, you can't do this. And anyway, let me get off here. Y'all like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Look at I don't know what I was. Anyway, I just, it's just crazy stuff. Anyway, exactly, I believe me. It's just crazy. And the thing is, my thing is, I don't know what happened to me. I mean, obviously I had a shoot, but my new me is different from the old me. Because I don't know a lot no more. And I also go slow because I can't grasp hold of things. They say the right side of my brain, you know, is like different. And I don't know. I don't be around people, so I'm really shocked at what I found out. It's like I died and I came back because I I do things that's different. Like I don't know this person. It's not, what makes me think I'm going crazy because I laugh at shit that's not funny. I laugh at shit that's not funny. I'm like, well, who are you? Who's this new person? Bitch, it's not funny. I'm like, it's not, it's not I'm going crazy. I don't think I'm returning back either. I don't know this person. I don't know this person. I don't know. I don't even know this person. I don't know this person. I don't know this person. I'm the most empathy person. I care about people. So who's this? Like I just feel like I've gone crazy. And I don't know when I left. I don't know when I left, but obviously I'm going. So I don't know. I think I'm overwhelmed with everything I've learned. And it's weird because I've seen people like me before. They were crazy as hell. He's like, oh, better move over. Let me. And the thing is, I think stuff that's funny, that's not funny. And it's weird to be walking down the street and I'm talking to myself like, Raven, this not funny. This not funny. Like, why I keep laughing? And I don't want to laugh, but mm, next time you tell anybody about your third eye, you're right, Evelina. I won't listen. I thought I was in a place that's going to help people. I had no idea what I walked into. I thought the hospital was something totally different. I learned the hard way. You're right, Daisy. When I tell you, but Daisy is scary because some stuff I laugh is not funny. It's not. And I have to admit this. It's not funny. Some stuff I laugh at, it catches me off guard. And I have to take my mask and pull it up because I don't want you to see me laughing. And I just start laughing. But I don't know what it is, but I don't know. And it's weird. It's weird. So when I see people that looks different, like I just start laughing. It's not funny, but I just start laughing. And I'm like, what's happening to like what happened to me? You know, and also I have a stroke face. That means if I don't smile, my face goes. So a lot of times people are like, what's the matter? When people say that to me, that means my face has just left. It goes, and I don't know. My face here, it goes, it twists up this way. It's almost as if somebody said, psh. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, what the hell? It, it's done twisted up. Anyway, it's crazy. Yeah. I never even knew strokes existed. Anyway, I don't know. I've been through a lot. But when I sleep now, I be going into deep sleeps. My sleep be so deep. Like I, I go into deep sleeps. It's almost as if I got punched in the face and then I come through. Now I don't know if anybody ever got punched in the face and then they came through like, oh, what happened? So that's my new way of sleeping. So when I wake up, I'm like, where am I? Okay, my voice, I have to talk slow because I stutter, and I'm learning different things about myself. And when I talk to people, I don't talk to them. I look through them. You know, like you see somebody for the first time and it's like a celebrity, and you're in awe, but some reason you don't get it. Anyway, I don't know. I guess I'm early stages, early stages of dementia, or either the Lord is about to say, "Come on home, child. We sick of watching you." Or about to pull me out. You ain't gonna need that wig. So I'm like, okay, it's weird. And then you getting old, you're wrinkling the fuck up. Like, oh, it's another page to turn. So now today is wrinkle day. Not only I get wrinkle day, you get stroke face day. Oh, the compliments just keep going. So today is stroke face day. I said, okay. It's funny, but it's not funny. Because it's happening to me. And I'm like, I don't know. It's weird. Trust me. I don't get it. I don't get it. But anyway, whatever's gonna be, gonna be. Anyway, I'm still here with y'all. I'm holding on to you. I love you because I know y'all rooting for me. I'm trying to I'm trying to make it with you, but I'm also want to keep you aware of what's happening to me. So if something y'all don't hear from me, you say, "Well, now I already know." You know, please $1 on your piece. It's definitely place $100 on your page. One a Bible and don't touch your funds. Okay. Well, in case you don't know Evelina, I don't know job. Next time. Hey chef, what's up, boo? You right, Daisy. But the thing is, I'm laughing at stuff that I should be laughing at. That's how come I feel like I'm somebody else, because the shit I be laughing at, it's not funny. I just start laughing. You ever see nut jobs? No. You ever see people that's laughing and shit? You like, what? Who is you talking to? I think that's me. When I think about me, I have to analyze things. Cause I was like, remember blonde hair? I got that. Blonde hair. I have that straight. Let me show you. I ain't going that damn far. It's straight. And remind you, I got the blonde hair, the straight hair, and I was like, I really don't want to wear this because I feel so it's gonna get too much attention. So I have to do research on myself because I don't remember. I don't remember nothing. So as I try to do research on myself to try to find my memory, I'm trying to figure out where did I wear this hair at? It said you wore it PSCNG to pay a bill. You wore it in the hospital. You wore it for every job interview. You wore it to this job. And I'm like, never mind you. I'm talking about me, but I remember. I don't remember. So I have to think about it to try to figure it out. Anyway, I love you all. I appreciate you. And everyone who ever tried to help me, thank you. So if I never told you help, if I never if I never told you thank you, I'm letting you know now. I appreciate you because if you didn't exist, I wouldn't believe there was somebody out there like me. So I mean, I understand maybe I'm not the one you wanted. Like you want to see me back up. Sometimes you have to cut your anyway. So it's this lady on my channel on Facebook. I had posted a work from home job, like I want to find a work from home job. So and I may forgive me, y'all, if I see the same story over and over, like, bitch, you told us that before. Cause listen, I don't, I don't remember. Anyway, so I posted a work from home job because obviously they gave me the whole week off, so I have bills. So I went into the chat room on my job. Everybody's having a great time. I'm gonna get some food, get some chicken, I'm gonna something. But I'm not having that conversation because I don't have, because you gave me the whole week off and it's part time. It's like, anyway. So I'm home. Obviously, I should have been working full time, but obviously I'm part time to no time. So I try to get a work from home job. I've been seeing them online, so I'm gonna try, to contact them. So I posted on Facebook as far as trying to find a job and stuff, and you know, so I posted up there. This white lady named Melissa. She's like, "You can work from home." I said, "Is this a scam or is this legit and stuff?" She says, "No, this is a real job. It's not a scam." I was like, "Listen, I don't trust people, so I don't know." So what it was, I was posting apartments and houses and stuff, and I'm shocked at myself because I could do it. So after I posted all these houses and apartments and stuff, I did it. So what's the payment? What's the payment plan, stuff like that, or how am I gonna get paid? Because I'm not doing it for free. I'm broke. I'm really broke. So I gave her all her praises. Like, I'm thank you so much. God bless you. No, I'm praising her. I was like, oh my God, you helped me so much because I'm in a situation that's bad. So I appreciate you. God bless you. And so the next day, when it came time for posting the houses and stuff, I was like, well, where do I send people? Because I posted these apartments and houses. How do I let them know to get in contact with you so you could interview them and get their money and also show this apartment? She left me the hell alone. I was like, you assured me that this was not a scam. So why would you assure me to be sure and then don't answer me? She left me alone. I was like, so I told my friend, she's like, you gotta stop being so gullible. I was like, oh, so it's my fault. Okay. Okay. So I posted stuff up there that everybody's like, well, you should have known better. It's my fault. So this other guy hit me up. He's like, I heard your story. I read your story. I saw your story on Facebook and stuff like that. I was like, okay. At this point, I don't trust nobody. He says, it's so weird because his delivery was so strong to me. He's like, listen, Raven, I'm legit. I'm the real deal. I was like, okay. Because she said she was a real deal too. Obviously, you part two. I was like, listen, I don't trust none of you. So he's like, no, I'm really. He called me on the phone. I was like, oh. Then he started asking me questions. Are you married? I said, oh, okay, well. But he said, I'm legit. You know, it's weird. Anyway, let me go. I love you all. Exactly. Evelina, continue to manifest. Thank you, Miss Daisy. Thank you, Miss Evelina. Thank you, Chef Eagle. And I pray for all of them. Miss Ann, Miss Nova, Miss Anna, Blue, Oak, anyway. But I'm just giving you a rough draft of what's going on. I don't know what's going on. So when I don't know, you'll know. In the meantime, stay prayed up as I do for you, do for me. Also pray for, this is the thing that gets me. Listen, if I forget your name, it's not personal. I just can't remember nothing. I cannot remember. I cannot remember names. I don't. Anyway, I love you all. Protect your spirit. Have a blessed day.